when all hope is lost in the anime community, when we always get mid-tier animes, low-tier animes that come from low-tier mangas and mid-tier mangas, and they always get the highest animation, but don't have the effect and the realness and the great storytelling to keep anime fans intrigued into the anime genre. Series like Gacha Kataka, whatever it's called. Series like One Punch Man. Series like Solo Leveling. They can't get the job done. They can't get the job done, right? But whenever the anime industry needs someone to help them out, bring the attention and the love back into the anime community and the genre, who do they call? They call Chainsaw Man every single time. And every single time this anime comes out from 2022 to 2025, it always does well. The anime community, in anime in general, they just blow up. Good series, stacked with series on top of series, come out whenever this series comes out. Because you know, when this series come out and this brand comes out, you gotta have a good lineup and good quality stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. And Chainsaw Man is here to save the day when it comes to the anime industry. Now I know I didn't do the whole okay thing, at the intro of this video, but I just want to say, man, I'm glad and happy this movie has came out, man, and the effect and love the world and the fans have brought to this series has been immaculate, immaculate. And I knew this was going to happen because the effect from the manga is going to be on the anime. I keep trying to tell y'all this. Y'all can't stop Chainsaw Man. Y'all can't stop this. The story has been set in stone since the manga. Once it's set in stone in the manga, it's over with, man. It's over with. I'm seeing so much love from people talking about the story and the music, and oh my gosh, the music. Can we talk about the music? The upgraded music in this movie, man. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, in season one, the soundtrack, it was like, it was all right. But this one, in this movie, man, this was love right here. This was love right there. That was pure love. Man, the love that Kensuke Yoshido did, man, on this soundtrack was phenomenal, bro. Was phenomenal. Oh my gosh, bro. When we all heard the In the Pool soundtrack, bro, with the man, when them keys on the piano was him, boy, oh my gosh, you knew that was gonna be a banger, man. I knew they was gonna, man, I knew they was gonna do that scene justice. When I heard that, the piano, just I'm so geeked I can't speak. When I heard that piano, I knew they was gonna go crazy with it. Of course they do, because when it comes to fan service and just good scenes in Chainsaw Man in general, they're gonna do it justice. And honestly, that whole scene didn't even feel like it was like pure fan service. It just felt like it was like a genuine good scene because, like, if you think about it low key, right? Denji can't swim, so he's at his weakness. Reise's weakness is water, so they're both in their weakness, or they're in an environment or a pool of weakness, and they're sharing intimate moments together in their pool of weaknesses of being vulnerable, which hence by being naked is, in general, right? Which I guess you could say is it deep or is it not deep, but I just like how they made that parallel. And the fact is that how they foreshadow that spider in the, or the spider in the web and, the butterfly in it too. That was pretty cool though too. But anyway though, like I said, this movie was freaking amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Reze as a character in the anime, they did her justice 100%. I know in the manga, I didn't really care about Reze all that much because I thought she was, some chick that just tricked Denji, and then she just, just played him a fool, and then said, "Wow, I didn't like you," and just kind of ran off and tried to come back to him, but it didn't work out because maybe she had like second thoughts. Like I didn't really think of Reze all too much. I thought she was just kind of playing all nice girl, just for the mission. But the thing about anime though, right, is that they have voice acting. So with the voice acting, you can actually hear the emotions of what she's saying. So I thought in the manga, all the nice, stuff that she was doing, thought it was fake, but in the anime, nah, it was actually was genuine. I like how they kept her voice the entire way. Cause I thought in the manga, right, I thought she was, she had like two different voices. You know what I'm saying? One that was, like all happy girl, one that was kind of serious at first. I thought that was Reze, just based on my mind, right? But no, in the anime, no, she really liked this kid. She really liked Denji. So I think it was pretty cool how they did that. You know what I'm saying? And I think the voice actors on the sub and the dub did phenomenal. Jeez, they did phenomenal. Um, I'll say like with the dub too. The dub, like at first, back in season one, I was not a fan of the dub, but you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I thought all the dude voices was kind of just like it wasn't that good. I mean, I remember all the female voices in the dub was fine, but the dude voices back in season one, I thought it was kind of cringe at first. But I like how in the movie Aki's voice got better. Denji's voice got a lot more better, man. I like how what's his name? Ryan Colt. I like how he did more like things with Denji, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he got more expressive with his words, and his flow and his personality with Denji. It just feels more better because I feel like he got to understand more of the character by reading more of the character and, trying to understand more of the fan base. So I feel like now he's really passionate about the series. I mean, he probably was always passionate about the series, but I feel like now, oh man, he did a fantastic job with Denji and the dub. So now I'm a big fan of the dub. If they keep going in this direction with the dub, I'm a fan of it because the female voices are fine in the dub, and the male voices are now fine in the dub. So I'm cool with both sides of the dub and the sub. So that's all I wanted for Chainsaw Man. You know what I'm saying, for the dub to be good and the sub to be good. But you know me, I'm a sub guy first because the sub and this joint was also fantastic though too. But they both did their part, and I love both parts. But I still kind of prefer sub though. I'm not gonna lie to you because I know Denji's voice actor is one of my favorite voice actors in all anime. I just like how his accent, how he says things, and like the emotion, like that he says it, you feel it. It's like ripped straight from the manga, like the tone, like how like it's all perfect. You know what I'm saying? Just perfect and just in general. But anyway, though, like I said, this movie was like I said, it was good. I know it wasn't in the style of season one, and I am gonna miss the style of season one. But I felt like this style fitted because it was a movie, you know what I'm saying? Because movies have to be exciting and, popping out, you know what I'm saying? You have Raze with the bombs and explosions, so it has to pop out in that certain way. So I feel like what they did with this new style was very like I can't say brand new, but it was very safe, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if they did something different, they'll get complaints about it. So I guess they just went with the whole flow of okay, let's try to make the style of the manga and bring it to the anime. So I get it. I get it. So I think this approach towards this new style, and if they keep doing it, I understand it because it's a safer style. Because somebody who tried to change it up, which he didn't change it up all that badly. You know what I'm saying? He just had more of a passion towards a different style. And even Fujimoto himself said he wants to see his work done differently. So for Ryu Nakayama, he did it differently, and I thought that was amazing how he did it. You know what I'm saying? Considering how the world of Chainsaw Man and the manga is so gritty and real, and has its own vibe to it. Because me personally, I like things that are gritty and vibey. I thought season one he did fine, but I guess the Japanese fans didn't like that. But for this brand new one, like I said it was perfect. It's perfect right there. I think the coloring was mad nice. You know what I'm saying? I love the coloring of the red in this movie. You know what I'm saying? The red was beautiful because I've realized that whenever it's red in the background, that means there's a devil present. You know what I'm saying? So I or there's like danger present, which I love that honestly. It was pretty cool. Like I said, I think the colors really popped out and it was bright. It felt like I was reading like the color version of the manga, which makes sense, right? You know what I'm saying? Since they took it out from the manga, like the style and all that stuff. So it's pretty safe and cool. But I am just gonna miss them little details that the characters had, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some of the characters in this one, yes, they feel like they came from the manga, but I missed that season one style where there was just more detail in the characters' faces, their clothes, their the movements and gestures. You know what I'm saying? Was it just all like, like I guess like anime-fied, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like all flash and fast and flashy and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Um, but like I said, I thought at the end of the day it was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Because One of my favorite parts about Chainsaw Man is the scenes that don't have no action. So I feel like in this movie they nailed it completely. Every scene is like every non-action scene is beautiful, is done well. From the humans to the devils to Denji to Makima to Angel. Angel too. I think Angel really made fans more intrigued into his character, a lot more into this series. Um, or well, I guess until like the movie and the series, because I know back in season one, nobody really cared about his character because he only had like one scene, so it makes a lot of sense. So I'm glad this movie had more scenes, which makes sense if you read the manga. So yeah, so I'm glad people are seeing the Angel was the cool character, not just some background lazy character that people thought he was. And I'm also happy that Beam was a lot more cooler in this movie, man. Beam, I'm sorry, I think I started kind of preferring Beam over Power at some certain point, man. Man, Beam came in clutch, as he always did, but I just like how Beam did more in this movie. Like Beam should be Denji's partner all the way. Like I get Power as his partner, unless they do more scenes with Power and Denji, it can't beat the bond that Denji and Beam had in this movie, man. The bond that Beam and Denji had was like phenomenal. Like that's his real partner. Like they're both kind of crazy, they're both kind of cool, and they both work well together. I mean, honestly, I mean, just look how they did. The fight scene with forgot his name, Typhoon. Yeah, yeah, Typhoon Devil. And also, I man, Typhoon Devil was a lot more bigger in this movie though too, which was pretty cool because if you consider it, like this is a big devil, what I'm saying, and typhoons are really big, over there in the area, like in Japan. And it made sense how they did Typhoon, which is pretty cool, which is pretty dope, awesome, honestly. So like I said, this movie in general was just man, it was just mad cool. Like I can't honestly say it was a like bad movie. I think this has to be like one of the best anime movies of this year. I gotta say it because people are actually talking about the movie itself. I'm saying, the characters and the writing and the lightning and well, I guess lightning. I'm saying, like the lights, the colors and I'm saying the themes and how Reze was as a character and just the music as well. I'm glad people are appreciating the well-written stuff of a well-written series, and I'm glad the anime took it further because I know Mappa's not gonna just fumble on the themes and the deep messages of this, the series in general. I'm saying? I'm glad people are appreciating this series for what it is and how it is supposed to be. So this is why I can't wait till the season two because now we can truly just show the anime fan base that this manga is not overrated. This really is one of the best mangas, best brand new mainstream mangas out there. It is, truthfully, it really is. I mean, there's no other way to say it. I mean, I made an entire video like back in like July, explaining to y'all that Chainsaw Man did not need an anime. It was so popular with the manga without the anime. People were appreciating the manga and the storytelling and the writing and the characters, the background, themes and messages and just the world building too. And there's the character, there's everything in general, right? And the artwork and all that stuff too. People were just appreciating the manga for what it is to the point where it was getting mainstream attention without no anime. What manga do you know that can do something like that? You know what I'm saying? You can't think of probably five. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was trying to tell people that this series is legit the next brand new big series. And you have to be ready for it. And I hope and I wish that season two comes out like by next year. The movie in general was pretty cool. I know at first I made a video last year saying, that Reze arc should be like until like a season two, along, like with the rest of the story. Which made sense at the time, you know what I'm saying? Because if you read the manga, the Reze arc and then the Assassin's Ninja arc goes like super clean with each other, like it's super tight. You know what I'm saying? It's like perfect for each other. But then I realized, like, okay, it kind of makes sense, because the fans have to process what Reze is. You know what I'm saying? Reze is such a big character in the movie, and I'm glad the fan base and the fans and anime in general are able to appreciate Reze as a character. So now that we have that, I guess now we can wait a little bit for the next season, which makes sense because since the movie was such like it was so loved by so many people. So I guess it makes sense that we can wait just a little bit more for the next season. So yes, I still think I would like Reze to be in the season two, but at the same time though, the way how the movie would dealt with Reze, it kind of blew my mind. I didn't like what I'm saying, they did more with the character than I saw like based off me reading the manga. So I love how Reze is done and I like how her story is, was told, you know what I'm saying? It, just her feelings for Denji was definitely like there once you saw the movie. I just know just based on me just reading the manga, I didn't really see it. But now that after I saw it, like seeing voice acting and seeing like all the animations and stuff, it just made me feel like, okay, this character is actually pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, um, yeah. So I think, like I said, Chainsaw Man is just that. It's just that series, man, that people have to accept. Have to just realize it's the next brand new thing. It's gonna make numbers and it's gonna do big every single time. So even with part one, even with part two, you know what I'm saying? Even though part two has not ended yet, but just look at all the hype moments we've seen from the manga on a week to week basis since 2022 in part two. Imagine how the anime is gonna animate it. It's gonna be fire. Let's be real. So yeah, to be honest. And honestly, like I said, at the end of the day, this movie's just that great. But there's one more thing I will say about the Reze movie I kind of did not like. Now, for number one, I felt like the movie action or all the action scenes in the movie they were a little bit too flashy, like Jujutsu Kaisen. That's one thing I did not want to see. Now I get the whole thing with Reze and Denji fight was kind of like the Sukuna versus Mahoraga fight. You know what I'm saying? But just better. Um, I get it. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? It has to be flashy because it's the movie. All the shonen fans love action and flashy stuff. But if you read the manga, their fight was not that long. Like the whole thing with Typhoon wasn't like a big ass tornado. He just kind of cut him up and he just kind of died. Then for Reze, hits beam. And then they're on the deck and he just grabs. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the action scenes in the anime were definitely overextended, which was fine. I'm saying because it's a movie, but it's just like I don't like it how it's super flash. Like if you notice in the movie, right? If Reze tries to punch Denji, there's always like this big old like beam of light, like bing. Like I get it, it's cool, but y'all gotta realize, man, if you read the manga, Chainsaw Man it's not really that flashy like that. It's not a flashy manga. It only gets that flashy when you have like the primal devils and fears fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, with Darkness Devil and Makima, or even with Pochita in his true form. You know how he's fast and flashy and shit. That makes sense, but I get Reze. She's an explosive character, but if you look at the manga, just go reread the manga again. Whenever Denji fights Reze and takes a punch from his girl, his ex girlfriend, right? You know what I'm saying, quote unquote ex girlfriend. This dude gets destroyed in the manga. But in the anime, you know what I'm saying, there's this one scene where he's getting tossed around the building like this straight wompo combo, right? And he's taking all these hits like they're nothing. But if you remember when they first started a fight, where he literally uppercut his ass in the air and stomped his ass down, he got fucking destroyed. So I'm trying to piece it together, like, yo, how is he taking all these punches and kicks from Reze in the office building when they fought the first time, he literally got uppercutted once and got destroyed. Oh, it's because Reze's playing with him. I don't think so. I think she wants him dead so she could just take his ass. That was the whole point. But like I said, in the manga it makes more sense than in the anime. Because the anime they have to make it flashy and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that's just my thing with it. So I was surprised that Denji could take so many hits from Reze when literally, if you read the manga accurate version, he cannot take a lot of hits from Reze. Reze is more powerful than him. So when Reze tries to hit him, he's getting damaged every single time. But in the anime, I guess when they started fighting, with the anime only scenes, he's taking all these hits like they're nothing. So I thought that was kind of weird a little bit. But like I said, that's my little niche. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how the anime only stuff is. So I hope, like I said, in season two, they don't try to overdo it where it's super flashy and like super foo foo foo. You know what I'm saying? In like season two, because that's not how the manga is. The manga is very down to earth, gritty, and it's just a little bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the action was never over the top in Chainsaw Man manga. It's just it feels real, but there's certain crazy things that happen. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Denji versus the Eternity Devil. You know what I'm saying? He just cut up some piece of devils. They can't stop coming at him. He's doing it for days. I mean, it seems crazy, but it's realistic, right? And then eventually, like Quanxi, right? Quanxi's a fast character who's chopping up shit, so it makes sense for her. And then you have like who else? Like Katana Man, who's fast with his little one move. So it makes sense. And I know Reze in the manga was also fast though too. But I'm saying, once you do all that, yeah, I mean, yes. kind of, maybe so. I get it. But in the anime, yeah, Denji taking all them hits from Reze definitely would have left his ass in like a broken leg, hole in his chest, in that one scene in the office. But anyway though, like I said, that's my only nitpick about the movie. But out of that, it was a good ass movie, like saying, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope, it was pretty decent. Now I just hope they don't make the rest of the arcs into movies. That would be kind of stupid. I don't never want to see that with Chainsaw Man. That'd be the dumbest thing that they can do. And please, on the love of everything, do not do that, Mappa. Don't do it. I know the movie is fine, but do not make Chainsaw Man to a movie trilogy where we have to wait years to see this happen again. I'm not with that. Do not do that. Please don't do it. Uh, please do not do it. Nobody is going to be hyped for that whatsoever. We need a whole season, 12 episodes, assassination arc to control that arc. That's what we need. We need no more movies, none. Just this right here, season 2 is what we need. We need 12 weeks of hype from the fall to the winter. What we need, or just October to December, just like I did with season 1. Do the exact same thing, and boom, I'll be down for it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So honestly, just like I said, this movie is pretty dope, and the fact is that this movie's been getting nominated for an Oscar too is mad beautiful as well. So I'm glad for this movie, and I hope, and if it does win an Oscar, at the end of the day, what can y'all say about this movie, man? About the series? It's that cold, man. Y'all cannot say this series is not cold, and it's not one of the best new mainstream manga and animes that's out there. It is, and every time it comes out, the anime industry just does a little better. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And also, Loki too. I saw this little post on Twitter today, right? Where I'm seeing a lot of Korean fans bash Fujimoto. They're bashing Fujimoto for him getting his idea for Reze from a porn video. Now, I know I shouldn't even hold on, sorry, my fault. I'm trying to like kind of say it, but it's just funny because what I'm about to say, it just makes no sense. But why are we even bashing a guy who never confirmed that he got his idea from this porn actress? He never said he got the Raise uniform from the porn actress or his idea from this porn actress, but we're just going off of speculation of what someone on Reddit had said, and we're going to run with it. You see, that's the thing about Chainsaw Man, right? Is that whenever the series comes out and it does good, and we see all the anime fan bases see this and be like, yo, why is this series getting talked about for its good writing, it's good storytelling, characters, and music and animation? But why can't we get the same love? Because you guys don't have the same amount of good writing and the effect from the manga. So whenever these other anime communities see this, they want to bash Chainsaw Man as soon as possible with something so little and so negative. Like for example, back in 2022, didn't we have a whole beef with Bochi the Rock for some reason? And where's Bochi the Rock? It's nowhere to be in sight. Y'all really try to put this little tiny ass series called Bullshit the Rock against Chainsaw Man, talking about, oh, our sales is better than your sales and Blu-rays in Japan. Who cares? It's a little thing. And y'all try to put this little thing and make it so big to bring down Chainsaw Man, but you can't do it because the name itself is already set in stone. I'm gonna say it one more time in the video. The effect of the manga is gonna be on the anime. So whatever was in the manga, the good effects from the manga, it's gonna protect it from and make it into the anime. It's like Pochita protecting Denji. The manga is Pochita. The anime is Denji. Pochita is protecting Denji. The manga is protecting the anime. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. That's how it works. So even with this brand new drama, with all the Koreans and stuff trying to switch up on Fujimoto, which is crazy because I thought you Koreans liked this movie. You know what I'm saying? Which is nuts. So to see the switch up is actually insane. So like I said, but anyway though, like I said, I'm surprised people are not bashing the guy who's watching porn and thought, hey, this outfit kind of looks like Reze's. I'm surprised people are not bashing this dude for that, but they're gonna bash Fujimoto, a guy who never came out and said, oh, I based off this whole design from Reze off of a porn actress, off a porn video. He never said it, but we're gonna go along with it. I'm just surprised that people can actually fall for this level of stupidity. It's very, very low. It's very, very just It just makes no sense, honestly. Um, it's kind of dumb. But honestly, though, low key, yeah, this is one of the little things that's gonna trend for like a day or two or a week, and it's just gonna pass over, honestly, because so you can't bring down a well-written series unless it's facts. Content creator that speaks something but truth and facts, and this right here is just an opinion of lies and well, just false, just falseness. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But also, I find it funny how they're gonna bash a guy for you know, uh, quote unquote watching porn, but we have not bashed the guy who made Made in the Abyss, who said he loves children, who has designed his manga after kids getting tortured, sexually assaulted, and other variety of nasty things like peeing on themselves and just doing other weird stuff. We have not bashed that creator. And I know people have spoken it, but we have not canceled this guy or bashed him whatsoever. He came out and said he loves children. He's a lolicon professionalist. That's fucking disgusting. But we're gonna go ahead and go to Fujimoto, a guy who never said nothing about how he designed Reze after this porn actress or this porn video. He never said this, but we're gonna say, hey, he's a evil man for doing this. See, the anime community is full of delusional people. I try to tell you this multiple times in my videos that the anime community is full of delusional people. But don't worry, the truth always shall be brought to light. And Chainsaw Man is the truth and the light in the anime community. And that's just facts right there, honestly. It can't get no truer than that. It can't. It can't. It can't. So anyway though, like I said, this video was kind of long because I said I kind of want to just make some more, just I guess I just want to like kind of speak my thoughts on the movie because you know what I'm saying I've been in the background just watching to see how people are going to react for this movie. You know what I'm saying? And seeing how all the people are saying, "Oh, Chainsaw Man only made over $100 million, well, Demon Slayer made 700 million." Them sales don't mean nothing, and the story is not good. Let's be real. The sales mean nothing, and the story is not good. That's my number one rule about manga and anime. Sales don't mean nothing if the story is not good. And we already know Demon Slayer. Nobody talks about the actual story. The movie has been out for I don't know how long, and I know they're going to keep milking this movie to be in theaters so they can get to that 1 billion mark and say, "Hey, this is the first anime movie that reached $1 billion. We did it." But where's your love at? It's nowhere to be in sight. If Demon Slayer was so big, where's the love at? It will be there every single week of every single day talking about, oh, this story is so cool, the lighting, the colors, the characters. I've not seen that one person talk about the story of Demon Slayer, only the one scene where Zenitsu falls down, is about to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? And all fight scene, fight scene, fight scene. And then we see that one dude who pissed on the kid. That's the only thing I've heard about the movie. Besides that, when I seen shit and tweets about Chainsaw Man, I've seen love and passion for the story, the characters, and everything. Especially the music. Especially on Reze. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you do. If you got a brain, you know how to read, just know how to comprehend things. You will understand what I'm saying. If you love good taste, you will understand what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's been a month and people are still talking about the movie, talking about saying I can't wait for it to come out on digital. Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts. And that's a good thing. That's what I want to hear. That's what everybody wants to hear. Right? Come on now. Come on now. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. And to me, shit, that's just facts right there, all the way.